So everyone's wondering and pondering where to go with the Halloween franchise after Halloween ends. Where to go with the character of Michael Myers now after the Halloween Ends saga is now concluded. Well, here is my pitch for Malik Akkad. Among many, I have a few pitches for him for ideas of where to take the franchise from here, but I think this is an important one to share with you. All right, so my pitch is called Halloween Boogeyman. And just be wary because spoilers are about to follow for this film. So, here's what Halloween Boogeyman is all about. Halloween Boogeyman is a direct sequel to the original Halloween. But this time we are going to correct an error that all the other Halloween sequels have made. Because the reality is, every single Halloween sequel after the original misinterpreted Michael Myers. They changed Michael Myers into something different than what he was in that original film. All right, all the different divergent timelines, all the different sequels, they all changed how Michael Myers was. All right. In the original Halloween, Michael Myers is not just some mindless slasher that just kills anyone that gets in his way. No, 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 no. In Halloween, the original, Michael Myers is not a mindless zombie. He's not under a trance. He's conscious. He's aware. He's thinking. All right. In the original Halloween, Michael Myers is a stalker. Okay. He's a thinker. He's a planner. He's a stalker. All right. He saw Laurie Strode and he started getting obsessed and he started stalking her. Right. Her and her friends. You know, he'd drive around, follow them around, hide behind the bushes. He's a methodical stalker, a planner. He planned to kill them that night on Halloween. Okay, he didn't do it just randomly. He planned it out. He thought it out. All right. But then you get to the sequels and they started changing that about Michael. And they turned Michael into like a Jason Voorhees style mindless killer that just, you know, especially just right away in Halloween 2, they turned Michael into this slow moving, you know, like zombie that's in a trance that just kills anything that he gets his hands on and can't be stopped. And it's like, and then they try to make it supernatural with the cult stuff and this and that and the other thing. And they try to explain his motives that, oh, he's, you know, Laurie Strode's brother and all this blah, 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 blah. And they basically turn him into this unstoppable killing machine. Okay? And it's so far removed from how Michael was in that original. Because in all the sequels, he's just portrayed as this mindless killer that doesn't think about anything. But no, in the original, he can drive. He's stalking people. He's planning shit out. Like, he's not mindless. So, my goal with Halloween Boogeyman is to go back to the essence of that original Michael Myers and expand upon that. So Halloween Boogeyman is all about the mystery of what are Michael Myers' true motives. That's going to be the advertisement for this film. Finally, discover the true motives of Michael Myers. You know? So, because everybody wants to know, is he supernatural? Why is he killing people? Why is he doing this? Blah, blah, blah. So this film strives to answer those questions definitively. Finally, we finally get the answers. Right? So, what is Halloween Boogeyman about? And warning, spoilers follow. So, Halloween Boogeyman is a direct sequel to the original Halloween. And it takes place right as the movie begins with the ending of the original Halloween. We replay the ending, and Michael gets shot. He falls down. They look, and he's gone. Right? And then we show Michael. He's getting away, and he's stalking around in the bushes, and he sees this woman get out of the car with what looks like her boyfriend, and they have a child, and they are trick-or-treating, and Michael's just sitting behind the bushes, like staring at them, like he's got a new obsession, right? So he starts stalking this family as they're going around from house to house trick-or-treating, and he just goes right up to the dude and just stabs him. Boom, boom, boom. Starts stabbing the dad, or starts stabbing the dad. Boom, 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 right in front of the kid and the mom. And he dies, and Michael steals their car and drives away. And the woman and the kid are in tears and no, right? And then so it cuts to a year later, and we're following this woman and her child as they're now dealing with the tragic murder of the kid's dad at the hands of Michael Myers on Halloween. So she is now in a relationship with a guy, and they're dating, and he's a nice dad and shit. He's a nice father figure for the kid. And so, but they're scared. They're scared about Michael Myers. Michael Myers was never caught. He was never apprehended. He just disappeared after this. Okay? And so, they don't know what happened. Okay? So, then, all of a sudden, we see Michael Myers. And Michael Myers starts stalking them. He starts stalking the kid when he goes to school. He's out in the car, and he's stalking the kid. And he sees that the kid is getting bullied in school and shit. And so, it's Halloween, and, all these murders start happening. And Michael Myers is just stalking and killing. He's stalking a new group of people and killing them off one by one. And then here's where the spoilers come in, folks. So he's not like, it's not like he's an unstoppable monster, an unstoppable killing machine. In this movie, Michael Myers is very methodical. He's a stalker. He plans shit out, And so, in the end, Michael Myers is attacking the family, and they find the mom and the kid find her boyfriend dead in the house, and they start trying to get away, and then they get attacked by Michael, and a big ending scene ensues, right? And then in the end, she takes Michael Myers' mask off, right? And underneath the mask is her boyfriend that she's been seeing for less than a year. They've been dating for less than a year, and he's the killer, right? And she's like, "Oh my God, what is you, blah, 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 blah." And he starts talking, and he reveals that he is Michael Myers. He reveals that he is Michael Myers, all right? And he reveals that he reveals the truth. he reveals the truth and we show a flashback to what happened on Halloween, the night he killed his sister. Well, the flashes back to earlier that day, and Judith Myers is like talking shit to little Michael Myers, and she tells him that her boyfriend's coming over later, and that he's got to close his ears, and he's can't tell mom and dad anything about what happened, or she's gonna kill him. And then he says, "No, what do you mean you're gonna kill me?" And then she goes, "Oh, you remember when your dog died?" She's like, "I poisoned him." And so she admits to poisoning his dog, and that's why his beloved dog died. And then she goes, "And if you tell mom and dad, you'll be next," right? So we find out that Judith Myers was an evil bitch, right? And that's why Michael waited for the boyfriend to leave, and he just stabbed up his sister because he found out she killed his beloved dog, and then she's gonna threaten to kill him. So he went crazy and killed her. And then he reveals that he didn't say a word for 15 years. He didn't say a word. And he's like, "Yeah, I just sat there and pretended like no one's home, but I observed everything and absorbed everything." And so basically he learned all these skills while he was in the sanitarium. And so then he so it's so he's like he explains his intentions. Okay, he explains, and then he says, "When I saw you that night, I knew I had to be with you," and like and so yeah, Michael Myers in this movie is going to speak for the first time. Okay, in this movie, in this sequel to the original Halloween, Michael Myers is not a mindless zombie. He's not a hypnotized killer. He's a thinking, methodical psycho, okay? A hyper intelligent psycho. Okay, and he reveals that last Halloween he went out. He had a bulletproof vest on. That's why he was able to be shot and take those bullets. And so we totally get rid of the supernatural explanation for why Michael kills and why he does what he does. But we do leave the evil aspect, the aspect of evil, we do leave that intact. So that what really sparked the event was what Judith Myers did to little Michael was pure evil. And so it caused him to do something pure evil. And that the moral is that this evil just kind of snowballs and it's like a wildfire. And so so anyway, I don't know if I should spoil the ending, what happens in the end, but I want to have Michael Myers win. I want to have him be able to get away, and he just finds new people to stalk. He finds new people, and so, but I don't know, maybe he could also be killed. Maybe that would be a more satisfying ending. But yeah, so yeah, his explanation is not that he was in a cult or in a trance or possessed by evil, but that he killed his sister because she did horrible, evil things to his dog and to him. And he didn't know what to say. He just said nothing. He just pleaded the fifth and kept it that way for 15 years until he finally got back out. So it is going to be a period piece taking place in the 70s. So it's young Michael Myers again. He's going to be 22 years old. You know, so but yeah, we're finally going to portray Michael as not a mindless zombie, but as a genius, as a sadistic genius, a psycho who stalks people and then gets involved with their lives. Like it's an evolution of the character. Because I figure, you know, it just hasn't been done before, you know, and everything else about this franchise has been done over and over and over again and repeated. And really, you can't get any worse than how Michael was portrayed in Halloween Ends. I would much rather have Michael portrayed as a sadistic genius who intentionally pretended like he couldn't speak just so he could sit there and plot his escape and get out and kill again. All right. So we can expand on Michael Myers' motive, you know. We can explore it a little more. Why does he kill, you know? So it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting movie. But like I said, because why not? Why not expand Michael Myers' personality so that he has a personality? So we see that he is smart and that he's very calculated in what he does and how he stalks his victims. And I really think that's a more, and if you look at the two films together, if you watch Halloween and then Halloween Boogeyman, the sequel to the original Halloween, I think the Halloween Boogeyman version of Michael matches up better with the original, the version of Michael from the original, than any of the other sequels do. Okay? Because yes, in Halloween, Michael does withstand a bunch of damage and shit. But the mental gymnastics that all these divergent timelines of all the other sequels take to portraying Michael as this like unstoppable supernatural force or this or that, like, why not go in a different direction? That he was wearing a bulletproof vest, that he's smart, that he didn't speak for a reason. Okay? So, and I think that makes Michael more interesting, you know. So, why not? Why not give it a shot? And then, so the whole time you're watching Halloween Boogeyman, you think it is just a direct sequel to Halloween that picks up after the events, and there's no Laurie Strode, there's none of that shit. It doesn't take place in Haddonfield. None of that shit. It just takes place on Halloween. So at the end, so you think it's, you know, it is Michael. He's killing everybody in the mask and the jumpsuit and everything. But it's just at the end you find out that Michael Myers is, that this, her boyfriend the whole time was Michael Myers, just pretending to be someone else. He infiltrated her life. He got into their lives, right? So, and then, so it's going to be pretty dope, you know. So there's the big reveal at the end. So it's almost like a whodunit. It's like a reverse whodunit. So it's like it is Michael, but you find out that Michael was also one of the other characters. So that's my pitch for the movie. For one direction we could take it is to make a direct sequel to the original Halloween with no Laurie Strode, no Dr. Loomis, none of that shit. Okay, no, like really take it in a new direction, right? But provide the Michael Myers that we had in the original and expand upon it further, evolve that character further in a direction that's not supernatural, and it's not all about evil and big monologues about, oh, what is the essence of evil and all this. Like, so, you know, so I think that would be the route I would take with one of my pitches. So let me know in the comments section, what do you think about Halloween Boogeyman? Would you watch it? Do you like the twist? Do you like the fact that Michael Myers speaks for the first time and actually explains his motives? That he killed his sister for a reason. He gives the reason why, and he just didn't. He chose to never explain it to anyone. He just chose to be quiet and sit there and plot his way out so that he could kill again. All right. So anyway, just thought I'd let you know that's one idea for where we could take the franchise. Thanks for watching.